what I know now is that those 19 and 20-year-olds are probably writing at a 7th and 9th grade level in high school. Maybe. But I can work with that because there's some other factors there, there's some other dynamics there. If a kid doesn't like your class or can't jive with the work or the course load is too much, they have the power within themselves to go to the office, file a paper, and say, I'm withdrawing. No problem. When I was teaching at the high school and teaching honors, I told those kids right before the Christmas break, I sat my honors classes down, both of them, 2 days prior to the break, and I did it strategically. 2 days because what I learned was that I, the expert, could not go to the counselors and say, hey, this kid, and this kid shouldn't be in my class. You need to take them out. They're not doing well. The content is above them. The counselor said, sorry, we can't do that unless the student or their parents request that. What? I'm the one telling you they're going to sink. But we can't. I said, okay, cool, I know what to do. So I sat both of my honors classes down and told them that some of you are in this class because a counselor decided to just throw you in this class. And you've struggled. All first semester, you've struggled. Some of you are in this class because your friend was in this class and you wanted to be in it. But you've discovered that the workload is above where you are right now. I said, and I've got to warn you, the semester ends in 2 days. And when we come back, we'll transition to the second semester where the work is going to get harder. The hill is going to get steeper. And I believe that there are many of you who should go to your counselors today or tomorrow and request that you be moved to a different class, a class more suited for working on worksheets and just doing some developmental English work. I said, because if you want to really survive this class, you've got to have a certain amount of academic development. I did that and left it at that. Now, I had told some individual students too that they really needed to do that. They needed to take my advice and do that. But outside of that, I gave my general warnings. When I got back from the break, as much as I got that news about my university dropping the ball, I also got news when I looked at my roll, my roll sheets for my enrollment sheets from when I got back. Not one person, not one student withdrew from my classes. And I went directly to 2 counselors that I know covered at least some of the students that I was hoping would do themselves a favor. I said, why is this young man still in my class? And they said, we talked to them and they said they didn't want to leave your class because they really like you. I was like, what? Now, the humanity in me was grateful, but the teacher in me was sad because these were kids that should have never, ever been in an honors English situation. So now, fast forward, and I'm having to go back to the very thing that I did not want to do again. And understanding that on the college level, these students are still going to have some issues that are going to cause them to be lower than what you're wanting. But at least I'm playing the numbers now. If I'm teaching freshmen or sophomore or even junior college students, they might be at 10th and 11th grade high school level, maybe. They're not going to be at 7th grade level like my 9th graders were at 3rd grade level. Just come on. So I said, okay, I took the meeting and we talked about a job that's coming up in the fall. The fall of this year. I don't know what's going to happen with it. But in the meantime, while I was still in the darkness, I said to myself, I can't stay here much longer. This isn't a good place for me to be. I don't even want to be here. But I'm feeling hopeless because everything I've tried to do has fallen. So it's like, man, okay. And now, on top of that, no contracts. So now I have the economic pressure that I'm faced with, and then the career pressure of, well, you try to do this and this and this, and none of that's worked. I really, because I in the months of February and March, I had taken a job at a school district, subbing, low paying school district. I won't even name the school district, subbing. But I discovered two things. One, I still like the kids. And the kids still love me. I already get a lot of, hey, what's up, Mr. P? And all. I get all of that. But I also discovered that those kids are exactly where I thought they would be academically. And I don't really want to be bothered with that. So I made a decision. A month ago, I made a decision. The decision was, if you want to teach college, you're going to have to do what your mom's friend said. You're going to have to go back and get another degree. I was like, come on. I said, all right, if I'm going to get a degree, the time is going to be taken from me either way. I might as well get the doctorate. So I decided I'm going to get a doctorate.